Here's your daily dose of fitness, food, and fun. Anjelica's Daily Surprise starts now.
And letting go is hard, whether it's emotional or it's physical.
It's both.
If you have access to a Corolla, you're going to drive a Corolla. If you got access to a Tesla, you will drive a Tesla.
I'm a Land Rover V8 engine Series 2 baby. I don't know what that means, but it's my favorite car. Hello there and welcome to my apartment. As you can see, I'm joined by a very special guest, Dean Singh, and he is a personal trainer and fascial stretch therapist at PhysioDNA, which shout out to PhysioDNA right off the top. It's a magical place that has a full team of people that keep me intact so that I can continue to lead a healthy and physical lifestyle. Now, Dean is here today because he is a self-proclaimed stretch ninja. What does that mean? We are going to find out. Now, I've been treated by Dean, and he has a very unique approach. So I'm really excited to share that with all of you today.
Me too. I'm really excited to show that too.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get started.
All right. So this is a movement-based stretch system in which I move your body in ways that you don't move your body. So which leaves you with a body that moves better. So it's all stemming out of your use of the body, which creates a stimulation, motivating your body to create changes, which make it easier for your body to hold a posture. And I'm a big endorser of posture should be easy to attain, because if it is easy to attain, your body will maintain it on its own. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I always find off the top I have a hard time letting go. You know, it's I'm always very held, and so I'm just like trying to relax at the moment. But this feels great.
It's when it comes down to movement and passive stretching, your muscles will try to take over when you are being worked on. And letting go is hard, whether it's emotional or it's physical.
Yes.
So
it's both.
Yeah, so the good thing about this form of work is focused on the joints. So I'm not too focused on stretching just the glute muscle, which people generally tap into using a pigeon stretch. But the emphasis is on creating traction and moving your body in a way so we can get into the joint capsule to create some more space. So now you can see why I'm called a stretch ninja.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Feeling really good. You can't do this on your own, that's for sure.
I've been trying and I couldn't decode and figure it out.
I feel my hips unlocking. Just getting that separation between the rib cage and the traction in the hip is, it's amazing.
Yes, it works really well because the joints are always adapting to your lifestyle, and generally we are sitting down with no activity in the core, and there's a lot of compression throughout the body, not just in your spine, into your joints itself. And over the years, as the decades pass, you start to lose the range how the joints move, which means you have less access to the muscles. So the muscles that are working now, they're all working all the time, because one force that's around us 24/7 is gravity. Yes.
No, you were mentioning to me that it's very hard for people are aware of what good posture is and the things to do, but it's very hard to integrate it into your life, even if you're doing all the right things, right?
Yep. Absolutely, and that's because we treat our bodies in isolation quite a bit. We work on our core, but we don't really think about application of it. You know, you're just doing a plank in the gym. Where do you use a plank? I mean, that's a really funny question. How would you use a plank? Because there's no straight answer. There's no thing through the day that would be like, okay, this is the functional application of plank. You know, squat, you squat, you
bend over to pick
bend
things
over
up.
to pick them. So there's a functional application of it, but when it comes down to core stuff, there's no functional application we think of through a lifestyle. So when you are holding a plank, you're connecting to your core and your spinal alignment. So when you sit down, the cues don't change. If you push your heels down, you breathe out, you automatically notice your rib cage gets stacked with your hips. There's a better alignment of your pelvic floor, and all of a sudden now your core is stabilizing your posture. You're still with me? So what that does is now it's easy for your body to stay in that position, but it's going to take some effort. So which is demotivating for a lot of people. It's hard. I can't do it. So that's where the mobility around the joints is extremely important, because there's less resistance in the joint itself. Then it's easy for you to apply that, and the chances of you doing it are way, way higher. Make sense?
Yes. I noticed even from a few sessions with you, I felt so much better, and it lasted for a very long time.
And that's also because of your dance background too.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to sort of retain and apply and integrate those changes a lot better than most people, because you're very in tune and connected to your body.
The ninja.
The ninja.
He's at work.
This is the ninja move. Now, this is very powerful therapy, and it helps to make monumental changes. And if you go on my Instagram page, there's testimonials by clients and the demographics. It's so exciting. The people in 20s and the people in 70s.
Well, that's
they're getting
actually
the same changes.
This Zoomer Media. This originally started off as a company dedicated to people in their 45 plus age category and lifestyle for them, and creating fitness programs for that age demographic. So what really drew me to your page and your work was that you are working with a lot of people in their 70s and changing their lives.
Yes, and my oldest client, who's 78, over the past year and a bit we've been working together, she has got rid of 3 decades or 4 decades of hip pain that she was suffering through. And she was like, I thought I surrendered to it. Right. This is how it's going to be forever and ever. And now she's got no pain. She's got no pain. She gets up in the morning with no physical discomfort. She trains consistently. That's something that was present before too. She does ballet. But overall,
that's amazing.
But overall, now that she is able to move without any discomfort, her body recovers a lot faster. This is amazing recovery protocol. If I work on you once a week, you can do a lot of things with your body, and your body will keep getting better.
Yes.
Keep getting better.
See, that's the one thing that I struggle with is I'm going hard, and then something eventually gets put out of whack or tweaked, and then I need to take some time off, and then I get out of the good habit. So, yeah, your treatments really enable you to continue.
Absolutely, and if your body recovers, it's able to sort of perform and execute stuff the way it should to capitalize on the muscles you're actually trying to get, stronger.
Yeah.
You will train what you've got access to.
Yes.
If you have access to a Corolla, you're going to drive a Corolla. If you got access to a Tesla, you will drive a Tesla.
I'm a Land Rover V8 engine Series 2 baby. I don't know what that means, but it's my favorite car.
That sounds good.
I'm a gas guzzler. No. So how do you keep yourself in shape?
I've been a trainer for almost 14 years now, and a stress therapist for almost a decade. And I remember early on in my, just time when I became a therapist, I was a bit concerned about the length. How long could I do this for? So for the first 6 months, when I would be working on people, you're stretching about 7, 8 people a day, and I would walk away with soreness in my own body.
Yeah.
So it made me think, okay, I got to think of something else that I can do in my older years because I won't be able to stretch. Stretch others because I see a decline. Instantly, I was thinking just the way how people think. About your body's supposed to deteriorate when you get older,
and you have to accept it.
You have to accept it. There's no other choice. But the knowledge of fascia just sort of like gave me a hope that if I start to work with this tissue and how it's intertwined through the entire body and improve my breathing patterns that basically connect me to my diaphragm and my core, and work on using my core more when I'm working on people, maintaining better posture as I'm working on people, let's see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
So 7 years later now, my body moves with a lot of flow when I'm working on clients. In fact, I sometimes feel that I'm feeling a stretch in some part of my body as I'm stretching a client. I don't feel tired ever when I'm done with the session. It doesn't really matter how many people I work on in a given day. So for me, the biggest thing that contributes to my posture is my awareness and attention towards my application of core throughout the day. If I'm sitting, I'll make a point that, okay, I gotta ground myself. I'll basically push my heels down, I'll connect to my diaphragm, I'll breathe out. I call this is a really catchy actually acronym. It's called GEM. G-E-M.
Okay.
Ground, engage, and move. So it's easy to remember. Ground, whatever part of your body is touching the ground, push down. Right now it's my heel, I'm driving down. I'm gonna breathe out, exhale, engage. That will engage my core. Now I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna make sure the GNE is present as the movement happens. The application of core, paying attention to my posture, and the use of my body when I'm working on clients gives me a good opportunity just to get really good at moving in different planes. Your body's always ready to adapt. That's a constant. It's gonna adapt one way or the other. Now that's adaptation is subconscious or conscious. Now that's up to you. Subconsciously, it's going to read your lifestyle. So whatever you do, no integrity in the core, there's no need for your body to actually have an optimized inner stable structure because there's a lot of external stability that gives us comfort, aka chairs and sofas or walls. You walk into a room, you want to see if you have structural integrity or not. The quick test is when you walk in a room and standing for 5 minutes, are you aching to hold on to something to give you support, to sit down or to lean on? That tells you your body does not want to stay vertical without support. It doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means you're out of touch, that you've stopped creating inner stability and your body's like, okay, I don't need to anymore. So the moment you start to sort of pay attention to that, it bounces back. So generally when I'm working with clients and take them on, and I just tell them that this is a process of relearning certain things that you learned when you were a baby. That's all that is. Getting back into your body. It's almost understanding what the core is, what our breathing does to activate our core, and how we should breathe. That's a biggest one. Not many people know how to breathe properly either. We breathe through our nose. Nose is the organ to breathe, not the mouth. Mouth breathing is not ideal on so many reasons, but functionally speaking, you can even try that. If you breathe through your nose and breathe out, you notice a better contraction in the core as opposed to if you're breathing in through your mouth or out, because you have a better access to your diaphragm that way. And not only that, if you're breathing through your nose, you're getting natural body's filtration system, filtering the air. It's a temperature regulation. Your lungs need a specific temperature of air too. So that when you breathe in through your nose, your body tackles that. It takes care of it. You breathe through your mouth, the chance of you getting sick in a cold weather are way high. So but no one talks about it, but it becomes an old wives' tale. If you go out in cold, you get sick. But why do you get sick? It's because the breathing is not okay. So our body has all the systems in place to help us work with all the universal forces around us. So for the sake of function, we're going to focus on gravity. So if you are aligned, gravity helps you. So you start to notice that movement, anything you do, walking, standing, it feels just easy. It doesn't feel like effort. So if you have more energy left, because no longer you're fighting with the joint internally just to take, 1,000 steps in a day, now that energy can be utilized for cellular healing or the other things that could be happening inside your body, right?
So are we done?
Or we're just getting started.
Guess you have to come back tomorrow for part 2.